feel like these lashes are a little bit too dramatic for me. I know that Martin finds them very unnerving, and I find them kind of cute, kind of unnerving at the same time. I don't know. Hi gang, so in this video I am going to be doing my makeup in an order which I am not used to. So I'm following Nicole Quinn's what order to do your makeup in, and this is her specific routine. So I have a different process altogether, but I thought it would be fun. I do enjoy watching Nicole Quinn. I think I first really got into Nabla because of her videos, and I always like the looks that she comes up with. So I decided it would be fun just to try something a little bit different and see if I could take away any of the steps that she personally uses for myself. So the first step is face primer, and I have two face primers, one of which is in the other room, but I'm going to use this. This is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer something soothing primer. Okay, let's go. Let me just pin up my hair. Do I have to shake this? I rarely use primer, to be honest. I suppose I could just... Okay, that's too much. Now I am going to use my foundation. This might be a bit light because it is the summertime and I am a little bit more tan, even though I stay at home most of the day. So here we go. Foundation, foundation. I'm using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define foundation. So recently I have stopped using foundation. I just find that it's unnecessary and I don't really think that I need it. Yeah, now that Sam's mentioned it, because yesterday I was complaining about my neck and then she started complaining about her face and she said that she has jowls. No, Sam, you don't have jowls. You just have a face. Okay, so I think that's that. Okay, next she does her eyeshadow primer. So I saw that she was using an eyeshadow primer with a little bit of coverage to it. So I'm going to use the Urban Decay Eden eyeshadow primer. I usually use the original one, which is a bit more translucent, but for the sake of this video, I don't know if I'm putting too much eye primer on. Oh boy. So she goes up into her eyebrow with the primer. And she said she taps around it more. I don't know. Next step is the bronzer. Okay. So she says that she uses it in her temples and a little bit into her brow bone and around the cheek area, across the nose. I think that's it, right? Yeah. She said where the sun would hit it. So how do I open this thing? So this is the MAC Give Me Sun Mineralized Skinfinish that I'm using. So she puts it on her cheeks, kind of like blush as well, and then across the nose. Okay. I don't think she did she do anything to her chin? Okay, so it doesn't look like she put any under the chin, so I'm just gonna leave it bare. And I think I saw her go a little bit further into the forehead area with the bronzer. So I'm gonna do that. Next step is her brows. So she was using a pomade an eyebrow pomade, but I don't have a pomade that matches my hair color at the moment, so I'm just going to use my brow pencil. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm gonna run through a little bit of a dark brown powder eyeshadow from the Melt Cosmetics palette, Rustic palette, and kind of just put that through my brows to darken it up at the end. Okay, so next step is the top eyeshadow. She says she doesn't do the bottom lash line just yet, so I'm so tempted to go on the bottom lash line right now, but I can't because that's not the steps. But let's try and blend out the outer edge of this eyeshadow. Where is my blending shade? So next up, she does concealer. So I'm taking my Urban Decay something naked, Stay Naked Correcting Concealer. So I'm gonna go in with my color correcting shade. So she says that she powders under her eye, but not right under the lash line, so that the eyeshadow doesn't change color. Okay, so next up she does the liner on her waterline. Do the lower eyeshadow. Okay, I'm ready for this one. Okay, you know what? I need to sweep off some of this powder. And then do the eyelash curler and immediately do the mascara. So I'm actually using the same one that she mentioned in her video. Coincidentally, I have it. If it wasn't for Ali, I wouldn't have this mascara. Okay, so now is when she puts the glue on the lashes. Oh my. Put the glue on the falsies, and then after the highlight and blusher, she goes and puts on the falsies. Okay, I'm leaving them to dry, and I'm going to highlight. I feel like I have to race against the clock now because I've just put on the glue, and I'm not used to this routine. Okay, highlight. She highlights liberally. Okay, so I'm going into my highlighter, my Franken highlighter palette, and just highlight. Put stuff everywhere. Down the nose a little bit. Here on the... Actually, I don't really like it there. But anyway. Here. A little bit here. Right. I don't know. Do I look like I'm glowing? And then blush. Okay, blush. Do the blush. I need some blush. Where are you, blush? Okay, and then there's a blush. There we go with the blush. She says that she does it in this manner so that the bronzer, the highlighter, and the blush kind of are more seamlessly melded together, as opposed to having kind of like harsh demarcations around each layer. Dry enough. Oh, here we go. Here we go with the lashes and the... If I'm out of frame, it's because I can't. I think I just got some glue on my lid. It's not working. Okay, so it looks like this lash, the ends didn't get the lash glue. Okay. Just gonna let that dry for a second and then like kind of force it in there. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so the next step is redrawing molds. Now, I used to do this, but I stopped, and actually it's a pretty good idea. So she kind of goes over the place where she naturally has molds. I suppose if you don't have any, then it doesn't really matter. But the reasoning behind it is so that you can kind of trick the eye into, you know, seeing that the base, the foundation and concealer and everything is so sheer that you can actually see the moles through it. So that's actually not bad. Next up is lip liner and then a lighter gloss. I hope this lash is not, because I don't want to overdraw my lips. Sometimes I overdraw them. and I look a bit odd. Like I've got lip filler or something. And I don't like that appearance. I feel like I need some contour. I don't think I saw her do it in the video, but I feel like I need a little bit of contour under the chin just to kind of define my jawline a little bit more. Okay, so this is the finished look, and let me just give you my thoughts on Nicole Quinn's makeup routine and the order in which she does her makeup. So there are some things I did like about this and some things that I didn't, and it really comes down to personal preference, I suppose. So let me just start off by giving you my thoughts on the things that I didn't like. First of all, I feel like this base, this foundation base and the concealer and everything is a bit too high coverage for my personal taste. If I had done my typical color correcting certain areas of my face, I would probably have liked the finish of it more. However, I will say this, if I had done, or if I had intended to do a full coverage look, it wouldn't have looked as good as this. So that's just that. I guess that's my takeaway. If I want to do a full coverage look, I should just follow what she does, because it definitely looks a lot more polished than what I would have come up with. Second thing I found a bit difficult was probably the eyelash application. I felt that after I curled my lashes and put mascara on one hand, it seems that the upward trajectory of my natural lashes have forced me to place the false lashes in a more lifted up manner, and therefore these false lashes look a lot more symmetrical than when I don't do that. I don't know what it is. It seems that the finished result is a lot more symmetrical than my normal false lash application technique. So I will say that. But the thing that I found very difficult was to avoid getting the lash glue in contact with my natural lashes. It just somehow would end up hitting them anyway. And I think that's why she says that she wants them to dry down. But the thing with letting them dry down so much is that they just end up being too dry for me and they don't stick. So I had to go back in, I think you saw that, with a eyeliner brush, or just a brush, dabbing it into some of the lash glue and kind of fixing the parts that did not stick, especially the inner and the outer corner of the eye. They didn't seem to want to stick. So I guess maybe it just takes a little bit more practice to know the exact time that you need for it to dry so that it's just right, and the exact angle in which to place the lash on your lash line. I personally don't like the appearance of a kind of like a clear line, not really a clear line, even if it's blurred out. I don't like the appearance of a darker kind of outer rim and a lighter inner rim. I think I would prefer like a darker inner rim fading out to a lighter kind of outer blending into nothingness kind of look. So that's just one of my, I guess, aesthetic differences or my aesthetic preferences. But other than that, I think all the tips that she gave seem to work quite well. The bronzer first, and then the highlight, and then the blusher seem to give me more of a seamless blend. I feel like this highlighter situation looks a lot more blended in, looks a lot more, I don't know, just seamlessly meshed together. So I think if you don't like the appearance of heavy highlighter, but you still want that little bit of glisten when the light hits your cheekbone and stuff like that, putting on a regular amount of highlighter and then going over it with a blush, or kind of melding it with the blush, will kind of give you that tapered down effect. But if you do want the highlighter to show, then probably go in with a heavier hand with the highlighter. Definitely the drawing moles thing after all the foundation and everything is great. Yeah, the point that she made about redrawing the moles so that your skin looks as if it doesn't have heavy makeup on it, that's a good idea. It kind of tricks the brain into thinking that. That's pretty cool. Thanks very much, Nicole Quinn, for posting that video. I thought it was a really fun idea to do. And yeah, I did learn something from trying out her routine. I'll link her channel down below if you want to check her out. She does a lot of reviews, first impressions, and also eyeshadow tutorials, which I find very helpful. Definitely check her out if you're interested. So yeah, that's it from me, and ciao for now.